Known to many as the Spitfire of World War I, E-flite has now released the S.E.5a. What a cool looking, very different, finally, because I love the variety, you guys know that. The airplane, bind and fly. This is a bind and fly 900mm RC plane. We have elevator, rudder, throttle, and aileron control. Believe it or not, this has metal geared servos, and it comes in at a happy price of under $300. That's bind and fly, so I'm really, really happy with that. Check out the cool little pilot in there. He's got his goggles on with his scarf and leather, and the dash looks good. I love the the machine gun mounted up top. That is very cool. It's neat that it just clips in place. And the cool thing was that it came inside the canopy when I assembled this. Now, you're looking at this and probably thinking, see, it was just clipped in there where the battery tray is. And you could actually, for transportation purposes, if you really needed to, you can take that off and clip it back inside for storage. There is no glue.
The clip on the back is crazy.
It's awesome, isn't it? There's no glue required to put this together. It's like 10 screws and things clipped into place. It flies on a 3S or 4S 2200 milliamp battery. And I know what you're thinking. These little guys look a little bit excessive. Now, if you don't want to mess with this, you're afraid of the drag, you can just take those off. They're just held on with little hooks. And the entire assembly, everything out of the box to what you see here and now, took me about 20-25 minutes. Maybe you could say 30 minutes. You know, I had a couple little distractions. But yeah, it was a very quick, easy, very quick and easy assembly. Probably a couple extra steps compared to most E-flite planes, but really, genuinely, this wasn't bad at all. These wheels, man, they are so cool. And they roll really nicely too. And believe it or not, we've got a cool little tail wheel down there. We got a full scale coming in, so we'll wait for him to land before we actually fly this. But generally, you know, this was tail dragger, but we've got an actual functional wheel, and it does steer with the rudder. Man, I'm in love with the way this thing looks. But because we can fly on 3S or 4S, you better believe I'm gonna fly on a 4S battery in today's video, that means this thing should be fairly capable too. So yes, we're gonna keep it very scale for a minute or two, and then we will try and wake it up and see what it is made of. Now, while we're waiting on the full-scale pilot to land, let's take a look inside the canopy here. Again, I love the amount of room that we have. We've got our IC3 plug and a couple Velcro straps. And I want to show you guys just an option here, okay, because we're waiting. My smart batteries are on the fritz. My two favorite batteries that I have are my 4S 2200s, and one of them is just kaput with like 80 cycles on it. The other one has 130. It's still going strong, but I wanted to show you guys, this is my current favorite like non-smart battery brand. And the cool thing about these is that you get about 2 for the price of 1, which is kind of awesome. So we'll link those in the description box below. Just if you're looking for some cheaper batteries going into the flying season, these are the highest performance non-smart batteries I've ever had my hands on. I used to do race drones with them, and I decided to pick some up for my planes too. So very cool. He's always fun to watch. That's my instructor right there, baby. He usually goes for the grass, so we might be blocking. It's muddy today. It's muddy. He won't do grass. Look at that. A little bit of wind pushing him. Here, let's scoot back. I don't think that's Harry flying. I think that's Harry's plane. That was not a Harry landing. I can tell you that right now. I know that. Well, I don't know, because he's going to be stopped before he gets here, so that might be Harry.
It was pretty wild landing, so.
He doesn't need no runway.
There's somebody in there with him, isn't there?
Ample space in there, and I love that. Oh, you know what? The wind's rocking it, so there he goes. Super duper pro tip right there. There we go, and I have safe off. She's punchy, and that prop, look at that. I go 0 throttle, keeps spinning. There must be some weight to that actual prop. It does look slightly different than traditional props. I love the way this looks. I did set up expo for this takeoff, so we're 30%. And an aileron. You know, I'll talk about that in the air. And we have got some wind. I didn't expect this wind, but here we go. How much right rudder are we gonna need for this? A little bit, just a little. What a pretty little plane. That's cool. They did good. I got excited when I saw this. When this showed up, I was like, yes!
Not another timber!
Not another timber! Oh, look how pretty that is. Isn't that cool? Yeah. We're gonna keep it scale for just a few passes and stuff. Go nice and slow and, you know, just keep it really scaled. Right? This is a World War I Scout, basically. I mean, it has guns on it, but isn't that awesome? That's less than half throttle too on a 4S 2200. Now it can handle a 3S 22 to 3200 or a 4S 22 to 3200. And at 2200, I'm expecting some very capable maneuvers. Honestly, I really am. Just because I know what E-flite's doing these days, and I don't think they'd put this out there if this is all it could do. I think they had an old park flyer version of this years ago, but I don't think we've ever seen anything in the 900mm size of this, especially from E-flite. So let's do one nice show pass going down the runway, and then we will try to wake this up some. I don't even have safe on at all, so it's not even an option right now. I just bound it out of safe. There, isn't that pretty? I kind of got into it a little slow, but nice show pass. Abby, let's wake it up. Are you ready?
Yes.
Not really sure what to expect on flight time, so let's just kind of get into it. Light a little Zulu. Oh yeah, that looks pretty scale to me. Another loop out here.
Sorry, I lost you.
That's okay. We'll roll it going down the runway. Let's give it a nice roll. If it goes smooth, we might go into a double or triple roll here. Oh yeah, look at that roll rate. Oh yeah, let's go. And then we'll go for a right roll or left roll here. Yeah. Oh, she flies nice and slow too. Abby, you gotta ask the good old question.
Well, I can't do it. Well, it snapped.
Full throttle. Oh my goodness, look at that tumble. Wow. Let's go for it. Oh, look at these crazy tumbling maneuvers. Boom. And we're getting those telemetry marks because of that cold weather. So when I juice it, my transmitter is giving me feedback and I need to turn that down and actually turn it off, but we're just going to kind of have to deal with it a little bit today. Half throttle rolls. This is a very capable airplane. Oh, I wonder how to fly inverted, because we do have wing dihedral. I don't anticipate, those wheels are heavy. I mean, they're the heaviest part of this airplane. So we're going to try to go inverted and see if I can hold it. You ready?
Ready. Look at that altitude you gained.
Oh wow, actually, it's upside down and it's not hard to maintain. That's like 10% input on the elevator. I want to maintain throttle so I don't just stall out of it. But that's wild. I did not expect that. Oh, can I keep a hole? Sorry, Abby.
This is probably the wrong type of plane, but I feel like all it needs is a woman walking out on the wing.
Yeah, wing walker. Oh, there's the wind pushing me. Oh, I'm going to stall out here. Can you tell?
Don't stall.
Oh, can we do an outside loop to finish it off? Look at the scarf just fluttering in the wind. Okay, full throttle. Outside loop. No, we did it.
Kill your battery.
Into a Cuban 8. Let's do it. Oh my gosh. And we'll hold it and roll out of it. And then we'll go into it back here. Let's get the back end of the Cuban 8. And here we go. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, and roll out of it. Oh my gosh, what a cool airplane.
What am I hearing?
Big truck.
Okay.
Big truck.
Sorry.
That's okay. Oh, Abby, you ready? Let's do a little touch and go action. Oh, no, that was she hopped. She hopped. There's so much lift in this airplane, and it's just a very, very, very wonky shaped, top heavy airplane. So that was just a funny touch and go. My gosh, let's try that again. Clean that up some. I don't want to land it yet. I'm just trying for a clean touch and go. I don't have flaps, but man, this thing has so much lift. It's I guess you would kind of say it feels like it has a good bit of drag. Oh, I have a cross breeze. Oh. We just need to keep it slow.
That's a
Look
one-wheel touch and go.
Oh my goodness. Okay, what a different airplane this is. I want to do a hammerhead on this because I feel like that's the most appropriate looking maneuver. So let's try it down on this end. I know my battery's getting low, so I just gotta, okay, and then there we go. Oh, so cool. Let's go how am I going to do this and smoothing that up? An actual landing here.
Under power.
Oh, top heavy, baby. It's just a little, you know, it's an old World War I airplane. They made improvements. Oh no!
The cross breeze is killing me.
They made improvements on these as time went on, as we all are aware, but it taxis well. You just got to move slow on the ground, and I think kind of commit to the takeoff, because that's what I did. And then if you're doing touch and goes, I don't know, I think we all need some practice on these World War I airplanes. But what a pretty airplane. That is so cool. Well, that was super fun. I didn't expect those kind of maneuvers out of this thing, especially the inverted flight. Man, that threw me for a loop. And hey, even in this extremely cold weather, we got over 5 minutes of flight on that, and I think we could probably push it a little more. I just didn't want to push too far, and obviously we could increase the battery size, and if we weren't doing those goofy maneuvers, I am sure with a 3200 we could probably get extremely close to a 10-minute flight time on this airplane. But the performance is there, and I really can't wait to fly this a lot more on the channel, especially in warm weather. That's going to be awesome. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on this thing, because we all preach it all the time. It's an ongoing running joke with E-flite. Unfortunately, we all say, what, when a new timber comes out, or timber-esque thing? Not another timber. Well, here we have something that's not another timber. It's very different. It's nice in scale and should appeal to all of the scale guys out there. But there's also a level of goofy performance with this that you wouldn't expect to see if someone made this out of an old balsa kit or something. And I think you guys could see when it was sitting on the ground there how it just kind of wobbles in that about 9, maybe 10 mile an hour wind. You know, it's just got that kind of top heavy deal going, which makes it a little harder to land. So I wouldn't expect perfectly beautiful landings on every single one of these, but for an E-flite plane, they really honed in its flying characteristics and capabilities for sure. This will be linked in the description box below if you want to check it out for yourself. The price point under $300 I think is extremely fair, considering how much originality is packed into this airplane.
I can't rotate. The wind is too bad.
This will be linked in the description box below if you want to check it out for yourself. I really do think that under $300 price point for a bind and fly, and you're built and assembled faster, at least I was, than I could charge one of my batteries. So if you want to support our channel, there's a handful of ways you can do that. You can buy your new airplane using our link, but the big thing is you got to turn off that ad blocker and those honey plugins first. They're PayPal, stealing the couple bucks I might make if you used my link, just at the false promise of saving you money. There's actually a massive lawsuit against them right now. We'll see what happens with that. But using that link does help to support our channel and our family at no extra cost to you. Now, we love our smart batteries, of course, but also I just wanted to let you guys know about my favorite non-smart batteries. So if you are curious, we'll have those linked in the description box below too, because you can usually buy about 2 at the price of 1 of the smart batteries. Again, I love my smart batteries, but I'm currently waiting on a couple new ones to be shipped anyway, so good opportunity to test out some of those. And if you want to check that out, I think I'll throw it on our store, which will be linked in the description box below too. You know, I really like it. Today's my first time actually using it on the field, and surprisingly, I found myself not having to do this. You ready for it?
Ready.
Sun, shadow, right?
Yeah.
It's doing it for me, and I'm actually very pleased with that. So, and you know, it's small enough it can fit in your transmitter box or actually fit in a pocket if it's in your way or something.
Let me see it.
Put it back on?
Yeah.
And then here's something cool too that I like about it. Let's just set it up. It doesn't interfere with its ability to stand up. So
Right.
I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. And it's also got the cool little TheRcSaylors there on the bottom too. So, woo! Anyway, I think it's cool. Now, crazy airplane, right? What a maiden flight. We're up here with full-scale airplanes, all these risky things that people want to call the FAA on us, and because I landed in the grass back there once. Hey, I'm glad I'm flying with AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They represent me, the hobbyist, while I'm flying my foam toys with literal rubber bands on there. Those strings are elastic, and it's hilarious. I pay my taxes. It's way too many taxes. Those guys are employed by me and you. And they want to tell me they ought to regulate your foam toys because we got nothing better to do. Let me tell you something, they got a lot of things better to do, and they should be doing that and forget about the foam toys, in my opinion. And that's why I'm glad we have the AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics. They go to our legal bat for us and represent the hobbyists for the measly $100 a year that we pay for that insurance, magazine subscription, ability to go to all these events. There's a museum that we can go to on site. That just, the list goes on and on and on of all the benefits. Really, a service like that, in my opinion, should cost like $500 a year. Shh, don't tell them that, because it's under $100. We'll link them in the description box below too. Please share your opinions of the FAA in our comments section. Go. This is fun. What a fun Maiden. Abby, thanks for getting out here super sick and doing this video. Gave me a chance to show the plane, which is awesome. My little invention, which I'm very excited about. And just I've had a lot of fun. And for that, I want to say a massive thanks to God for all my blessings. I just am so grateful for you guys to take the time to watch and hang out with us, for the opportunity to jump in front of the camera and share this experience with you guys. Just life in general, I am super grateful, so thank you, God. Also, a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because we couldn't do what we do as often as we do it without your insanely awesome support. If you're into planes like this, there are not a lot that exist like this, but we will have a hand-picked video just for you popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. See you there.
Bye.